She's done this 3 times. She's gonna get out of her car. She's gonna go get in the passenger side. This is super creepy. I don't know if it's like a glitch or what.
People glitching out, moving like something took over, or simply acting in a way that doesn't make sense. These clips will surely make you question the crazy world we live in. So let's begin. A TikTok user noticed something strange in a parking lot. A woman kept getting out of her car, circling it, and getting back in, over and over. He watched her repeat the same steps around the car every few minutes, like she was caught in a loop. Then she drove off, only to return and do it all again. Netizens called it a glitch in the Matrix. Others thought it might be something deeper. Either way, it felt unsettling, like watching real life repeat itself on a broken track. Synced. Move.
Donde cargas la nafta, o sea.
During a live taping of an Argentine show called All or Nothing, something subtle but seriously strange happened. While the host was mid-conversation, 3 models behind him suddenly raised their hands to fix their hair, not one after the other, at the exact same time. It was so precise, it felt choreographed. But there was no cue, no sign they were told to do it. Some say it was just a coincidence. Still, the perfect timing made the moment feel off.
Muy chiquito. No, está bien, pero o sea.
Voodoo play. At the Super Bowl, one fan caught something far stranger than a bad call. In the middle of the crowd, a woman sat calmly holding a small doll, one that looked eerily like Mahomes. She quietly pressed a needle into its chest, eyes fixed on the field. Moments later, Mahomes made an unusual mistake. The whole thing was caught on camera. Was it just weird timing, or did something darker unfold right in plain sight? Wrong reflection. In a popular podcast series hosted by Mexican comedian Franco Escamilla, a truly bizarre moment had viewers doing a double take. In one episode, a guest's reflection on the glass wall behind her didn't match her real-time movements. It was subtle, but clearly off. Even stranger, no one was behind the glass to explain the mirrored motion. Frozen Gaga. This wasn't a stage act or some Hollywood trick. Lady Gaga actually froze mid-step while heading to her car. The crowd kept moving, cameras kept flashing, but she just stood there, totally still, like someone hit pause on her. Then, out of nowhere, she snapped back and walked off like nothing happened. It looked too real to fake. Some say it was stress. Others think it was a mind control glitch. Either way, it didn't feel normal. Bench nightmare.
Oh my god.
A man came home from work and heard a loud wailing echoing through the night. Curious but cautious, he followed the sound and froze. A woman sat alone on a bench, rocking her head like she wasn't all there. It was spooky enough, but then she noticed him. Without warning, she stood up and started chasing him. He ran to his car and sped off, scared and still unsure what he had just witnessed. Hair hang. On January 21st, 2022, subway riders couldn't believe their eyes. A woman was literally hanging from the train's handrail by her hair. Her feet dangled above the floor, yet she looked totally calm, like it was just another day. Passengers thought it was witchcraft or a prank, but nope. When Metro staff asked what was going on, she casually said she was Dorina, an acrobat practicing a real circus act called hair hanging. Stage jolt. During her Lifetime's tour stop in San Francisco on July 18th, Katy Perry was riding a giant butterfly-shaped prop above the audience while performing Roar. The platform shook midair, and for a second, it looked like she might lose balance. She quickly grabbed hold, stayed calm, and kept going like a pro. Bear stare.
entende o que é.
A group of friends was just out late one night when they came across something they'll never forget. A barefoot woman stood nearby, tightly holding a teddy bear, swinging it like a toy in one hand, looking completely out of it. At first, it seemed odd, but then her body started shaking violently, like something else had taken over. Whether it was a breakdown or something unexplainable, her eerie behavior left everyone frozen in place. Rising cult. This one's beyond creepy. A video from the dark web shows a group of people in white masks with blacked out eyes and mouths standing in a circle. They start chanting in some eerie tone, and suddenly they begin floating. No strings, no tricks, just rising like something was lifting them. The higher they got, the louder the chanting became. It felt less like a video and more like we stumbled into something we were never meant to see. Rihanna. Rape. And that was all it took, linking it to the Illuminati. For some, it was just a dance move, but for others, it looked way too planned. Coincidence? Maybe. But that tiny gesture stirred up years of rumors in just a few seconds. Broadcast hijack. In August 2021, a normal news segment took a seriously creepy turn. Right in the middle of the broadcast, the screen glitched, then cut to what looked like a full-on ritual. We're talking about dark symbols, chanting figures, and music that gave people chills. This wasn't some accidental feed. Cameras were clearly set up, like someone wanted this shown. Was it a hack? A warning? No one really knows, but viewers never looked at live TV the same way again. Phantom push. This next moment feels ordinary at first. A mother, her daughter, and a cat walking down a quiet street. But then, out of nowhere, the cat flipped backward like something unseen had pushed it. The mom turned around, maybe hearing it, but didn't catch what happened. Some said it was a glitch in the Matrix. Others blamed a ghost. Whatever it was, even the cat seemed freaked out by it. Climbing woman. A woman was taken to the hospital after acting unusually, but doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong. Then, things got weirder. One day, she suddenly climbed up a pillar at unnatural speed, like something had taken over. At the top, she tried forcing her head between the railing bars, twisting and moving in eerie ways. Doctors were stunned. Whatever this was, it wasn't medical. It left even the experts wondering if something darker was at play. Headless walker. In Ipoh, Malaysia, a man was filmed walking down the street without a head. What's creepy is how normal he looked, just strolling like nothing was wrong. No limping, no panic, and no one around him even noticed. The footage is clear, not the kind you'd blame on pixel glitches. Some folks say it's just a camera error, but others think it's something stranger, like a glitch in reality, or maybe a spirit slipping through our world unnoticed. Concert fog. For one Taylor Swift fan, the night was supposed to be unforgettable. Front row seat, over $1,000 spent, and a dream finally coming true. But when it was over, they couldn't remember a single thing.
You can't remember anything?
It felt like so surreal. Afterwards, as we were leaving, I was like, did she play this song? I don't remember this song. I don't remember her doing that. And just little things like that. But I do remember going to the concert.
No lyrics, no lights, just a blank space. Others came forward with the same story, and soon the internet dubbed it Taylor amnesia. Some experts blame emotional overload, but some fans can't help wondering if something stranger is happening. Sudden drop.
Hi you guys, so I'm here with Richard and Katie from the Utah Nordic Alliance of Utah, and you guys are teaching me how to cross-country ski, so give us some bass.
While reporting live on cross-country skiing, journalist Brooke Graham suddenly collapsed mid-sentence. It happened so fast, it almost looked like someone invisible gave her a hard shove. The anchors in the studio thought she just slipped, since she kept talking like nothing happened, even while lying flat on the ground. But if you look closely, she looked dizzy right before falling. Whether it was altitude or exhaustion, her instant reboot felt more eerie than impressive.
Okay. Yes.
Vanishing girl. This clip came from a family just trying to record a school Christmas performance. Everything seemed cheerful, kids singing, clapping, but then one girl in the frame started flickering. Parts of her vanished, like she wasn't fully there. Viewers blamed lighting or a camera glitch, but a photo sent later showed that same girl covering her ears. She didn't even go to that school, and the day they filmed, no one remembered seeing her at all. Headless waiter. After a diner mentioned seeing a strange waiter in the hallway, the restaurant staff checked the security footage. What they found was chilling. A waiter was walking with a tray, but he had no head and no feet. Everything else on the camera looked normal, so it wasn't some glitch. Even creepier, none of the employees recognized him. No one had ever seen this guy before. So, who or what was really serving that night? Shadow watchers. Lately, Taylor Swift concerts have taken a strange turn, from unforgettable performances to moments that leave fans seriously creeped out. During her show in Madrid, a mysterious, shadowy figure was spotted watching from high above the stadium, alone in a section closed to the public. It just stood there, silent, still, and out of place. Then, in another clip, 2 more figures appeared in similar spots. Some called it security, but others weren't so sure. Holy light. During a quiet prayer session with the Legion of Mary, something truly unexpected happened. As the group prayed to the Virgin Mary, a ray of sunlight passed through the room and hit the small statue at just the right angle, forming a glowing silhouette that looked just like her. Some say it's just a trick of light, others swear it's a divine sign. Whatever it was, it left the room in stunned silence, and maybe even a little faith. Frozen host. During a live broadcast, an American host froze mid-sentence while someone adjusted his mic. He didn't blink, didn't flinch, just stared ahead like a statue. Viewers couldn't believe what they were seeing. Some even claimed it looked like he was under a spell or some kind of mind control. But here's the creepiest part. When they checked later, the person who touched the mic completely gone. No ID, no trace. Just vanished. And no one's ever explained it. Silent panic. Kevin Hart's always full of laughs, but this moment felt different. During a chat with Kelly Clarkson, things got weird fast. She started talking about doing stuff she didn't want to, even offering money for it. Then Kevin quickly leaned in and shushed her, and not in a joking way. He looked genuinely scared.
You are comfortable with having on yourself and your choices, where...
Well, I think if you grew up poor, though, you're like, look, I've been
bottom.
there and I was fine. I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just, you've been off, yeah. Oh.
Seconds later, that clip disappeared from the internet. Was Kelly about to spill something big? Whatever it was, someone clearly didn't want us hearing it. Vanishing point. During a live news broadcast in Peru, everything seemed routine. People walking, chatting, minding their business, until one man just appeared out of nowhere. No door, no turn, no approach. He was just suddenly there. What's even stranger? No one around reacted, not a single double take. Some viewers claim it was just a camera glitch, but others think it might have been something more, like a real teleportation caught on tape. Either way, it left a chill. Ghost companion. In a quiet park in Iraq, a woman was walking alone until a little girl appeared right next to her out of nowhere. No running, no noise, just there. But what really creeped people out? The woman didn't even flinch. She looked at the girl like she expected her. No words, no reaction. They simply walked off together. No one saw where the girl came from. Some believe she was summoned. Others say the woman was never truly alone. Street savior. A man was casually crossing the road, unaware of a car racing straight at him. Then someone appeared out of nowhere, yanked him to safety, and vanished into the crowd. The guy just stood there, totally stunned, like he couldn't believe what just happened. No warning, no sound, just a split-second save, and the one who rescued him already walking off, like it was nothing. Some call it luck, others swear it was something supernatural. Conehead. During a live broadcast of a major political summit, something strange slipped through the cracks. As the cameras rolled and officials arrived, viewers spotted a bizarre figure standing quietly in the crowd. At first, it looked like just another person, until the camera zoomed in. That's when everyone saw it. The head, long, cone-shaped, totally unnatural. People thought it had to be a joke, maybe a prankster, but nope. It just stood there, still and silent. No explanation, no reaction, just watching. Ghost sprint. During President Obama's visit to Nairobi, Kenya, cameras caught something that left viewers puzzled. As he greeted the crowd, a strange blur zipped past the screen, almost ghost-like and nearly invisible. Slowed footage showed a transparent, grayish figure moving incredibly fast. But here's the creepy part. No one on the ground reacted to it. Twisting reality.
President Trump tried to ramp up the pressure on Senate Republicans using his weekly address to urge them to repeal and replace Obamacare.
While watching a live newscast, one viewer spotted something that felt straight out of a horror movie. As the reporter calmly shared the story, her neck suddenly began twisting in a way no human neck should. The movements looked sharp, unnatural, almost reptile-like. It wasn't a camera glitch. The person recording froze, unsure if they were witnessing something paranormal or something worse.
Finally delivered on a campaign promise Republicans started to make 7 years ago.
Shadow crawl.
Some 14 miles from the crash.
While a British reporter covered an incident on the M11 highway, viewers noticed something unsettling in the background. A dark, shadowy figure seemed to drift down from above and slither across the road. At first, it looked like a ghost caught live on camera. But when producers reviewed the footage, they blamed an insect crawling on the lens. Still, the timing and shape were just eerie enough to keep people second-guessing what really showed up that day. Glass slide. While watching a Peruvian comedy show called JB's WhatsApp, one viewer caught something the hosts never even noticed. In the middle of a light-hearted sketch, a glass cup on the table suddenly slid across on its own. It was just a silent, unexplained movement that left viewers wondering, was something else in the room? Duppy trouble.
Take him away, let me see. Oh, you're afraid, you're a coward. You're not doing nothing. All right.
In Jamaica, a young boy claimed he was being haunted by a Duppy, a spirit from local folklore. At first, it sounded like just a story, but then, while being interviewed on live TV, something invisible yanked him backward. Viewers were stunned. The boy said the ghost was a childhood friend who had passed away. Things got worse until a bishop arrived. When he challenged the spirit, it responded. This wasn't a prank. It felt disturbingly real. Table toss. During a live Albanian talk show, right in the middle of a light conversation about Amy Winehouse. Out of nowhere, one of the newspapers on the table suddenly flew into the air like something invisible yanked it. The hosts froze. The male host even showed the paper on camera to prove it wasn't staged. Rewatching it in slow motion only made it weirder. Something just wasn't right. Rocking doll.
Each, hands up, I bought them.
Look, that chair's beginning to rock. Look at that.
Who's doing that? Stop it.
During a live British talk show, a cursed doll sat quietly in a rocking chair until the chair started moving on its own. Nobody screamed. The host just pointed it out, like it was no big deal. The doll kept rocking like someone or something was gently pushing it. It felt too real. and way too calm. That eerie silence made the whole moment even scarier. Pope glitch. After Pope Francis passed in April 2025, old videos of him started popping up online, but one clip caught everyone off guard. It was supposed to show his final public appearance, except his hands didn't act normal. At one point, they morphed strangely, like he had a third hand or a giant finger. It looked off. Many believe it's a glitch. If true, the real question is, why fake it after he was already gone? Alien walkers. Back on August 8th, 2010, during a live TV news report in Argentina, viewers spotted something eerie behind the reporter. A humanoid figure, tall, slim, and oddly stiff, quietly strolled into view like it belonged in another world. It disappeared just as fast as it appeared. Channel Chronica TV, known for its sensational live coverage, aired the clip nationwide, and the internet exploded. Chimney creature. During a serious meeting between Putin and Nicolas Maduro, broadcast on the news, not a talk show, something strange showed up. As they discussed weapons and foreign ties, a bizarre shape appeared in the background. If you look closely at the chimney, you'll notice what looks like a long tentacle or worm slowly gliding out. This was a secured room, checked from top to bottom. So how did that thing slip in unnoticed? Coincidence or something else? Sliding glasses. While filming on a Colombian TV set, something odd happened right in the middle of the broadcast. One of the hosts had set her glasses down like usual, but they started sliding across the table all by themselves. No bumps, no wind, no one near them. It wasn't part of the show either, this was live. Viewers quickly noticed, and now people are wondering, was it just a trick of gravity or something unseen trying to make a move? Live disturbance. During a casual Instagram live, a man was just chatting when something creepy happened behind him. Two lamps, sitting firmly in place, suddenly fell backward, one after the other, then flickered off on their own. It wasn't the wind, and there was no one around. It genuinely looked like something invisible had brushed right past them. The man turned, clearly shaken. Viewers flooded the comments, convinced they just witnessed a real paranormal moment, live and unedited. Cemetery figure. During a news report from a cemetery hit by a recent disaster, viewers spotted something strange behind the reporter. At first, no one noticed, but once the footage was uploaded online, people saw it. A dark figure moving in odd, unnatural ways near the graves. It wasn't just a shadow or a trick of light. The movements were too weird to be human. Some now believe this might have been a spirit watching from the other side. Wedding haunt. While filming a lighthearted wedding prep show in Chile, something totally off-theme happened. As one family was getting ready for the big day, a bouquet suddenly lifted out of its vase, then flew across the room. Just like that. No warning, no wind. Some say it was a ghost crashing the party. Others think it was just a string trick. But honestly, what would a wedding show gain from faking a spooky moment like that? Sudden shift.
Looking at after the day.
Jessica Robb was live on CTV Edmonton when things got strange. She began slurring her words and said she didn't feel right.
Sorry, Airman, I'm not feeling very well right now.
You could see something was wrong. Then the screen quickly cut back to the studio. Viewers were left stunned, unsure of what just happened. Jessica later said it was a health scare, not anything paranormal. Vanishing helper. In a quiet street caught on security cam, a man narrowly escaped a falling gate at a construction site. But here's the twist. Right before it crashed, a stranger tapped his shoulder. The man moved aside, saved by seconds. But when he turned to thank him, the stranger was gone. No one saw him arrive or leave. It's like he came out of nowhere just to help and vanished without a trace. Real guardian or something else? Glowing visitor. A strange glow lit up the sky, and out of nowhere, a figure appeared, bright, winged, and glowing like it came from another world. People froze, unsure if they were seeing an angel or something else. Its presence felt unreal, almost peaceful, yet totally chilling. Phones came out, whispers spread fast, but nothing could explain it. Whether it was a sign or just light playing tricks, that glowing visitor left everyone stunned and questioning what's really out there. Divine streaks. One night, mysterious lights tore through the sky, moving too smoothly to be any rocket. They glowed in perfect patterns, almost like they had a message to share. Then came the eerie twist. 3 lights broke off, hovering together like they were watching. Some said it was the Holy Trinity. Others swore it was angels. Whatever it was, it didn't feel random. That sky, once quiet, now felt sacred, or maybe even protected by something beyond our world. Ghostly visitor. A proud dad was filming his daughter during a church service when something strange floated across the screen. It wasn't dust or a camera glitch. This figure looked like it was gliding, almost see-through. Many in the church believed it was an angel. The dad swore he saw it with his own eyes, not just through the camera. Real or not, that moment gave everyone chills and left them wondering, did something holy just pass through the room? Silent goodbye. Late one night on a peaceful farm, a security camera picked up something quietly haunting. A cow stood frozen, staring at something invisible, until a faint glowing figure appeared beside it. The figure gently reached out, almost like a soft goodbye, and vanished without a sound. The farmer later said it reminded him of a loved one who once cared for the animals. Maybe, just maybe, they came back for one last visit to say goodbye. Ghost takeover. This live Thai talk show started out normal until model Thipawan Chapupuang suddenly froze. She said something had followed her back from Rayong. Something not human. Her voice changed, her face twisted, and she demanded pig's blood. The crew looked shaken, but tried to help. Nothing worked until someone placed a Buddha necklace on her. The second it touched her skin, she snapped back to normal. What just happened? Was it real or something darker at play? Ghost follower. It was a slow, peaceful night until the church guard heard soft footsteps behind him. He looked around. Nothing. Later, while checking the footage, his heart sank. A faint, childlike figure had been walking quietly just a few steps behind him. No sound, no warning, just there. Then it turned and faded away. The church never felt threatening, but that night it felt different. Like something unseen was there too, watching, maybe even guarding, in complete silence. Creepy glare. At a packed concert in Paris, everything seemed normal until the camera zoomed in on the rocker's face. That's when things got weird. His eyes slowly shifted, not just red or bloodshot, but into vertical slits, like a reptile. For a moment, it looked like something else was staring through him. Fans watching live were stunned. No special effects, no flashing lights, just those eyes, cold, eerie, and completely unnatural. What exactly did we just witness? Ghost cameo. During one of Ninja's Fortnite live streams in 2018, something seriously strange happened. While he was locked into the game, viewers noticed a shadowy figure silently glide into view, then float right out like it was never there. Now, that's already weird, but it gets creepier. Ninja had previously mentioned speakers turning on by themselves and waking up at 3 a.m. to a strange smell and that awful feeling of being watched. That shadow, yeah, it just made things feel real. Trapped voice. During Queen Elizabeth's funeral in 2022, things were calm until a voice broke through the live broadcast. As the ceremony was ending, a woman suddenly said, "And the fact that she's trapped," before the anchor quickly cut her off.
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London.
The moment was so brief, yet incredibly chilling. Viewers were stunned. Was it just a mistake? Or something darker slipping through? That strange comment stirred questions that still haven't been answered, and probably never will.
A few moments ago, Buckingham Palace announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The palace has just issued this statement. It says the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon.
Reporting went wrong. Now this one gives serious chills. A reporter in Saratoga was filming live at Greenridge Cemetery just before sunrise. Everything seemed normal until a viewer suddenly yelled, "There's something behind her!" And there was. A faint see-through figure drifted right past her on camera. She didn't even notice, just kept reporting like nothing happened. But the internet lost it. Was it a ghost? A glitch? Who knows? But that clip made no night walks in cemeteries a solid rule. The subscribers pick. Billie Eilish's concert took a chilling turn when the camera caught her bending backward in a way that looked eerie. It wasn't just a dance move, it seemed like something else took over her body for a moment. Fans watching TikToks and live streams paused in shock. A Reddit user even called it creepy and demonic, not athletic. There's nothing wrong with high drama on stage, but this move felt different. It wasn't a glitch, and it wasn't part of the show. It felt otherworldly. It's moments like this that make you ask, was this just performance? Or did something else step in? See you next time!